This is game fuel. 16 ounces of pure annihilation. Perfect for finding the second to last man standing. Tastes like berry-flavored wind sauce.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Sarah, I lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go. You take me high, you take me low.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Graham Morrison, joined by Cyberwaste. And after one absolute banger of a series, we decided, hey, we need to cast some more Counter-Strike. We are here for Ground Zero versus SYF, and that's for ESEA MDL action here, the Mountain Dew League. Now it is going to be pistol round here. SYF on the terrorist side, Ground Zero on CT here on train. And flying out Ivy, hopping around. Out Ivy, trying to get maybe to connector like a speed demon. Telio's found a pair of kills. Can they find anything else? Void has two. Burn, are you okay? Void has a third. And now Telio's got two more. It's a one-on-one. Telio's on for the pistol round ace. But does he expect Zeph? That's the million-dollar question. Taps the bomb. He shot from behind.
Whoa!
What a shot! What a flick in the headshot. All five of them on the ace pistol round. What the hell, Telio?
Telio just turned on a 5-cent piece and just said, "Goodbye. Your head will pop like a grape." That's exactly what happened. And just let us catch our breaths. My name is Justin Lutz, aka Cyberwaste, and I'm still trying to make out what just happened. And that, I think it was a smoke that was thrown out by SYF, and that bounced off the skybox. That's not a good start for a map such as Train, which relies so heavily on the executes.
Wow. Ooh! Someone just balked like a chicken, and by that means that there was a Zeus. Void went up the ladder, got the Zeus, grabbed a MAC-10, went back down the ladder. And they also got a USP kill there on by Zeph, so that means that it's somehow a 4-on-3 in a round where they just had a Zeus in USPs. Quick turnaround.
Very quick, and Ground Zero will be feeling rather chuffed with that. And we'll quickly run through the lineups in case you're not familiar. This is season number 32 for the ESEA Mountain Dew League. We've got on the side of Ground Zero, we've got Zeph, Burn, Void, Zep, and Panic. And on the side of SYF, we have Eagle, Telio, Herbs, Badonka Dizzle, that is an amazing name, and Eno. And we're playing it extremely slow. We're moving into 30 seconds and no chances of really... Ground Zero are playing so passive that I think they've just wanted to go for the retake on the A side.
Now they're going to go for it. We'll see how far they can get. Burn, are you okay? Is down ladder right now. Players are quite a ways away, which at range, USP is not really favored in that duel. First two fall. MAC-10 on Zep actually finds a kill, so that's the one he picked up with the Zeus. Good on him. And, that's the one Void, I should say, picked up with the Zeus, but they find the kill. $600 in his bank account. Did a little bit of damage. That's all you're really looking for in that round. As now it's time for the AUGs, the M4s to come out. Zemp, is he going to glass cannon it? You better believe it. And now we'll see if they can take their first round of the game. One that honestly probably should have come a couple rounds ago. based on that pistol. I thought surely the 1v1 was going to be won, but instead the insane ace and Zemp with the glass cannon finds the opening kill onto RBZ. Burn, are you okay? Quickly traded back by Eagle, but the hit is onto the A bomb site. A couple players got caught though over towards E-Box, and that allowed for quick kills to come in. And now it is just Eno in this very quick round, 1 versus 3. Finds the first kill, finds the second one, brings it down to a 1v1. Surely not again, Cyberwaste. This isn't going to be the case of back-to-back 1v1 wins in insane proportions. Be a 1v3 for him. Does he know that the player's up in heaven? Does he even suspect it? He might have an inkling that he's towards A. Looks like he wants to go towards B up the ladder. It's exactly where Eno is going in this one-on-one.
And I know that Zeph caught an inkling that it was there. That was obviously the engagement. But does he notice that Eno's peeled completely away and is moving towards the B side? He has not moved. Zeph has no clue. And now that's definitely going to prompt him with the bomb going down. And Eno can definitely get into a position and make things even stronger, because the B site is so awkward in terms of engagement angles, because you have to check 2 different planes and so many trains to hide behind. And will Zeph go for it? It's a full 10-second go because of no kit, and that's forced to step out, and Eno will do it at 3k and a clutch for him. And SYF, they are starting off strong, albeit in really tense situations for all 3 of those rounds.
Are you not entertained? What a start to this game. 2 huge 1vx situations. We had an ace on pistol round. Literally, what more could you ask for? And now it's an airstrike coming in towards... Oh my lord, Eagle. He's 4 nades, dropped down to 5 HP. Somehow he's alive, but there are still P250s, and that could quickly change that scenario.
Eno just running through the motions, making sure Eagle doesn't go down because he's one of the members with the AK. And well, although they're very well off for at least Eno, you'd still not want to lose a rifle, especially at this stage.
Well, they're going to be dropping a gun as Telio falls, but Badonkadizzle gets the one on the void. USP swings out, gets a dink through, but not the kill. For nothing SYF in a game that could almost just as easily be 4-0 ground zero, if not for a couple miraculous clutches. Double up setup though, that is what ground zero pull out here. They only have AKs to deal with on the other side.
Actually, just a quick note, this is part of a back-to-back for Team SYF. They are playing their second set of the evening. They had played against Mad Like Wizards on Nuke. That was in a losing effort. And just as quickly as you would have wanted that to go towards Team SYF, it has fallen apart. And that's the bomb down, but 4 very angry CTs will be coming after you.
It's also SYF in a 1vx. Okay, finally. We're not going to have it every single round. This game be a 1vx situation as it comes down. Ground zero got on the board. Didn't even find a kill. They made it work. But now, with them on the board and the double up setups up and running, this is going to be very difficult for SYF to deal with, especially with the money that they have. I reckon... I don't know what you do here. A couple guys are very rich. Do you go for the full buy with some lesser weaponry, drop an AK over? Yeah, it looks like what they're doing. Someone's on a Galil. It's not bad though.
Yeah, they've made it work. You have to do a little bit of balancing in terms of the checkbook when you get into a situation like that, but it's looking pretty decent. Well, Badonkadizzle might be a little bit short-handed, but hey, if you're a fan of the Galil, why not? You have a larger capacity too for the Galil. It should be noted as well. So that might be a factor in the later stages. It rarely is, but it's always that one time. You'll be thankful for that 5 extra rounds in the magazine compared to a stock M4.
Where do they elect to go? Very spread out for SYF. Entry is what they're looking. And Void, is he tempted to do some shenanigans by this ladder? Looks above, gets sprayed, not able to land it. Doesn't eat any spray back. Just your standard pop dog scenario as A goes down, trying to push out of T-Con. Remaining players, though, for SYF are inching their way towards B. Zeph lies in wait with Burn, are you okay at connector? They've decided that this is probably going to be a B hit. So Burn has moved much closer. See, players are going to start to come out upper here. They'll walk right into Zeph. Crosshair potentially looks away. Molly goes down, flashes out, he eats it. Turns right into it, but Burn, are you okay? He's found the first. Molly's going to come down. Player is on site. That is no. Drop down from Zeph. Finds the bomb. Void's got one more. This leaves RBZ 1v5. He finds the first one. Zemp gets that one. And now, Ground Zero continue to roll. This is back-to-back rounds where they've lost just a single player.
That's exactly how you'd want to bounce back on the CT side of Train. And yes, things are more T-sided than they have been in the past on this map, but basically any round is like gold to the side of the Ground Zero, and they're wanting to keep the good times rolling for themselves.
They're going to start cranking the cars. If it keeps going that way, let the good times roll. Panic drops equal. So that's letting the times roll for sure. Another shot from Panic on the Badonkadizzle. Burns got more. Just RBZ. Said that before. Gets a taken. Drops Panic to 11, but that's not going to get the job done. 11 HP is 10 more than you need. 4-3. Ground Zero continuing to roll. And outside of a few miraculous 1v1s out of SYF, they haven't really shown a heck of a lot on these gun rounds.
No. But it is still early days at a small sample size. We can still see theatrics from a team like SYF, and I want to see Badonkadizzle do well too, only because I want to say his name even more. But Herbs not having a fun time of it at 2 and 6 early on, and he's had a storied history around the traps, but perhaps hasn't really found his footing in this squad. But early days, because this is their opening fixtures for Team SYF. They're starting off their MDL campaign this evening with a back-to-back. And Herbs is on the board, Badonkadizzle is as well, and we're in a 3 versus 2. You'd still give it to Ground Zero though, but it's definitely not undoable, especially now with Herbs just obliterating one from Zed. And that'll be that. Herbs will clutch it out with a 4K of his own. And just as I was saying, he needs to show up. That's exactly what he does. Now at a 6 and 6.
That's like the inverse caster curse.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You know, Herbs just, he needs to, at the end of this, watch the VOD, see what you said, see him just bounce back, and just, write you a nice little thank you letter on Twitter or something. For reverse caster cursing him into the wake up. I don't know. But aggressive push upper here by Zeph. That's going to catch Delio out to dry. Zeph gets away. Taken up a little bit by the Molly. Only 19 damage. And you'll take a kill for 19 damage every single day.
Yes, indeed. And, well, sometimes things just fall into your lap like that. It's just the way that video games go, and especially Counter-Strike. Even though it's an older, more nuanced game in the eyes of some, sometimes things just happened.
I think Zemp should be able to get the kill onto Badonkadizzle here as soon as he starts to walk out of ladder. Although the smoke will hinder his vision. Still no commitment from SYF. 50 seconds left on the clock. And RBZ going down.
He tagged Panic up heavily though, but still, he'll definitely take the frag over damage almost any day of the week. And Panic catches Eagle on the way through. Now it's a 5 versus 2 for Badonkadizzle, and it was Eno, but not anymore. Burn will clean up the rest of Team SYF, and we are now at 4 and 5, moving into round number 10, and it's been pretty much the Ground Zero show aside from little flurries of brilliance from Team SYF.
We'll see if they can continue to roll just pistols. So this should be an easy round for the GZ boys. Not to be confused with the Jersey boys. That's a solid musical, though, if you ever need a musical recommendation.
But it's still
Flashbang
not
comes through. Nade goes down. Okay, that's a spicy nade. And everyone's dead.
Boom. Yep, everyone is very, very dead. That'll be Bird Void. Well, just a whole lot of carnage in that little hallway. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Well, if I was given the choice, though, in terms of like whether you'd want to be a Jersey boy or a Trailer Park boy, I think I'd be a Trailer Park boy just so I can be Bubbles. Who knows? Either way,
That'd be Ricky.
This is a big round moving into it. We're into round number 11, and there's a lot riding on this. Zeb going down early is not going to help things at all. Zeb's getting traded out though.
Seth pushing upper. Will he get Telio? Oh, he gets the Dinkin. Not able to find that. This is the best opportunity as Telio falls. I was going to say it's the best opportunity that SYF have had in a while. But again, aggression from Burner, you okay? And a nice op shot from Panic. And that leaves Eagle 1v3. Krieg in hand. Panic's pushed up. This could be able to catch a player. He's not really near anybody.
As Panic seen the bomb, he's going to pretty much have it laid out in front of him very shortly. And that's going to leave things in a bad, bad way for Eagle. Because that's a crucial bit of intel that you cannot give up to a CT. And you can bet your bottom dollar that the information's now been relayed to the rest of the members of Ground Zero, and you perhaps hear the clicking of rifles around where the bomb is located, just waiting for Eagle to step out. 20 seconds to go, and it starts off the straight, finishes the job at the end, and that'll be Ground Zero taking the lead for the first time on Drain.
Yeah, just lovely job so far by Ground Zero. We've seen, honestly, their most best form. That's for you, Matt. And we'll see if they can kind of continue this. If they're going to continue to roll through, or whether we're going to see a response. I'd like to see a response. That would be pretty nice. But, you know, dropping right into Burner, you okay? Is a relatively easy kill. In fact, it's one of the easiest ones he's probably had all game. Now 2 players going to come out Ivy. That may give them some space, but they probably shouldn't be able to find a kill off of it. Again, with these, this should be a fairly straightforward round for Ground Zero.
Should be. And just looking at the smoke that was thrown up Pop Dog, I kept thinking in the back of my mind, it might end up awkwardly, but just as that is mentioned, the Deagles will ring true 2 right to the skull, and 1 to finish off a down member of Ground Zero. And the Deagles have spread their wings and pecked at the face of Ground Zero. And Zep is the only man left in a 1 versus 4. And Eagle will get the parting shot. We're tied at 6. And, well, we alluded to it for the long haul that we've been casting for the last few hours, Graham. Deagles are strong when they're employed in those buy-up situations, and that's a demonstration of that.
Well, leave it to this team that's had stupid amounts of clutches in the case of SYF to win a round when they probably don't have any business doing it. They've done that a few times already this game, so it only makes sense, right? That said, though, big response in terms of the buy here. Again, from Ground Zero, the double up is back up on Zemp and Panic. Their money's not great, though, so a clean round would be ideal, and the fact they've got 2 kills already does give an indication that might be the case. Another kill for Burn. Are you okay on the Eno? And this is, again, looking like smooth sailing for now.
And note the key phrase in that statement. For now. We've seen a trend. We've noticed it. And Burn, after getting 2 frags, has succumbed to the attackers' advances. And that'll be Zemp put up the stop sign for Badokadizzle. And it will be Telio in a 1 versus 4. And they're definitely going to know where he is now. And Zemp will let him step out. And the shot will ring out from the AWP. And Ground Zero are back in front. And relatively cleanly too. Like you said, they needed to win that in a relatively decisive fashion. And only losing 1 is nearly as good as you would have hoped for.
That's pretty much all that you could ask for. And now, with just a few rounds left in the half, 2 to be exact, we'll see if this faster pace out of SYF will work out. Eno's got the first kill. Will be traded back out by Burn. Are you okay? And Zemp's got the next shot. This is still starting to work out, but it's a 3v3. Make that a 3-on-2. Panic has 1 more. And RBZ is quite hurt, but he's going to find Burn. Are you okay? Zeph and Panic versus RBZ and Badonkadizzle. Badonkadizzle's the highest HP player on the side of SYF. Now, Molly's come around, but Badonkadizzle's down, and down goes the bomb. It's just RBZ. He's known. He's lit. This is not going to be easy. But RBZ versus Zeph, 1-on-1. Zeph's on the bomb train as RBZ works his way through Old Hell. Gonna wrap around by Ivy. Will he catch Zeph in the side? Zeph's being careful not to expose himself, and he spots out the player. This is all known. Flashbang comes out. Not able to blind up the player as RBZ. He finds the headshot. Of course he does. What am I saying? It's SYF in a 1vx situation. Of course RBZ, even though he's the lit player, of course he's going to find that headshot. Again, a 1v2 for him. Another clutch on the board.
Another 4K. Well, 4K for him as well. So Herbs has had a really, well, it was a really rough time, but maybe not so much. He's had a 1KD at 10 and 10, and 11-11 for Telio, and a bit of a wonky smoke nade, it would appear. Unless it's my connection to GoTV being strange. It's entirely possible because Australian internet. A little bit of damage on the Burn early on, but it's looking like for the penultimate round of the first half, they're not wanting to take any chances on either side.
For a second, I thought I'd lagged out because my GoTV was just like people stationary, but turns out the person I was on was genuinely just standing still, not even moving an inch. Happens. Badonkadizzle, though, tagged up quite heavily, drops down. Telio's got a kill, and now the kills, the entries are so strong. It's just Burn. Are you okay? Finds 1, finds 2, but he's not going to be able to pull out the 1v5. Falls to Eno. 8-7 half. SYF have the lead, and they are swapping over to the favored side, the counter-terrorist side.
And just a lot of real insane clutch plays that can't be stated enough. How much of a role they actually played in SYF getting into this situation, like huge frag rounds. Like there were 2 rounds from Herbs where he just nailed 4 frags, especially one with the clutch a couple of rounds ago. So a lot has fallen in favor of SYF. Maybe that will continue, or will Ground Zero will ground their little reliance on Lady Luck, perhaps. But we move into the second half of Train for the 32nd season of ESEA's Mountain Dew League here in the giant island of Australia. And we're in match day number 3. And we are on Train. My name is Justin Lutz, aka Cyberwaste, and I'm joined by Graham, aka Graham Cast. Go follow him. He's very Canadian, very studly, and he would appreciate your tutelage. And
yeah, you know, the follows always help, especially it makes me feel better at 4:30 a.m. And feeling better is the fact that it is a 4-on-3 for Ground Zero. But we've seen them have man advantage in pistol rounds before. We've seen them have man advantage in many rounds before. That does not mean that SYF are out of this by any means.
Oh. And yet again, the trade back and the burst kill from Burn on Herbs. that is enough of that. Now Telio in a 1 versus 2. This could be dire if they line up right, but no. Burn will finish that one off. That is a 3K for him on the round, and we are at a tie game.
Knotted up, and I thought for a second Telio was going to pull it back, but he threw the pistol away, picked up another one. Was hoping he picked up a Glock, and I think he got it, and he got the USP. At least in that spot, I kind of hoped for the Glock. So no pistol miracles from Telio in both pistol rounds, just only one of them. He, of course, had the ace in the opener in the 1v1. Currently, though, SYF lying in wait with Deegs.
Yeah, I was about to say, ye olde faithful. Mostly an Armored Eagle buy, and Telio with the Scout. And that's been a go-to for train for as long as you can remember. You have at least one member with a scoped weapon just holding the longest sight lines of the train yard. And a 1B onto Zemp. Definitely making sure that things stay in their own place. And you know, we'll claim a second as well. No, it was only the... Yes, it was a second. I've lost track of my symbols. And sadly, it looks like Ground Zero just wanted to restore things to normalcy as equal in a 1 versus 3. And the bomb carrier is moving out towards the A site. And will Void just want to have a go? He will, as Eagle will step out and Void will give him his march. And Ground Zero, they take the lead, and hopefully, for their sake, they start to string these together and have a little more of a well-rounded success.
Airstrike will be coming in. Where do they hit? Probably towards T-Con. Will they find anything? They only do like 20 damage or 30 damage to Panic. Sad. And Panic gets the kill on the Badonka Dizzle. The rest of these players are going to be sussed down. Hopefully the SMGs get the kill just because of money. And Panic has one with the MAC-10, but Burner Yoke is going to get two with the AK. Dies. Tell me that gets recovered. Yes, it does. No loss. No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. Like, in a round like that, you'll be fine with one casualty, just so long as the weapon he has is recoverable if it's a rifle. If that ends up going down, that's a bit of a strange spot, because that's 3,000 plus that you have to reinvest in the early game. You don't really want to do that. But the double AWP setup, a tried and true part of CT defenses on train for a long time. And won't even need that. Burn gets caught unawares near Electric, and Badonka Dizzle will get caught out, and so will Telio, not without a little bit of assistance there from Eagle as well at the back of sight. Now 4 versus 1. And Zeph, you have it all to do. You don't have a bomb. You have a ton of CTs who will be skulking around the site looking for you. And that'll be a start. The Badonka Dizzle will have his advance halted, but that doesn't solve the issue of retrieving that bomb, and SYF are well aware of this, so they're watching it like a hawk.
Seth, can he find anything? 1, 2, all 3? That's what he's looking for. It's the situation that he's in. It's a 1v1. The nice thing is there's a nice gap for him to actually work up quite a bit closer. He's going to be able to recover the bomb. Skull swings out. That's the information grabbed. 30 seconds. Peeks out. Not able to find the shot. Closes down the round. 10-9. These two teams are in a deadlock. Could not be any closer. 19 rounds in.
And it's been pretty much a tit-for-tat place of warfare throughout this entire map. Like, I haven't seen a breakaway, not even since the pistol round, just because of how insane they both were. At least on the opening pistol round, it's been just strangeness. And Zemp takes damage from the 4 but doesn't care. He got the Badonka Dizzle, so it's all good. A lot of damage done to him though.
one-man advantage for the T-side. Make that two-man as they're starting to find these kills on the entry. They get all the trades out. It's just Eno, 1v2. We've seen what he can do in a clutch situation. Can he find the first top shot? But it's Zeph to win it. 11-9, ground zero lead. They're starting to heat up some of these players. You can tell, and the money now on SYF, it's not good. There's a big chance for them to put a couple more on the board, potentially. Of course, we are here for ESEA MDL. My name is Graham Morrison. Follow me on Twitter, GrahamCast. I'm actually close to a milestone. I'd love it. I might even do a giveaway if you follow me. We'll see about that. Joined by Justin Lutz, a.k.a. at I Am Cyberwaste. And we're here on CappingTV, bringing you the premier Australian action. It's an absolute pleasure to be here as Telio's found the opener on the burn. Are you okay? A Zeus right here in Ivy. Equal. I'm watching it. I'm waiting. And oh, Zeph runs away. If Zeph walked like 2 steps further, he was a dead man.
He would have been forced to ride the lightning, but not today. Not for now. I'm just a little bit tentative after Burn went down, and honestly, you can't really blame them because you want to keep the momentum going when you're on the T-sided train, and you can't really afford to have the CTs find their footing. Perhaps Equal has not moved, has he? And he's looking for a member of Ground Zero to advance. Will they be able to sniff him out? They're about to hit Ivy. They're about to hit Ivy extremely hard.
Make the chicken noise. Make the chicken noise. Aww.
No dice. I think I saw it go off too, and it went right by Zeph's hip. It's a bit of a shame there. No chicken.
There's nothing better than the Zeus rise. It's like, Wah! It's great. But these Deegs, though, they're doing work still. Even though the Zeus fell, it's worked out 4-on-2. Stemp's going to find one with the AWP. They need to go huge. Stemp falls, and Telio's got it. The eco again. This is another round with Deegs going the way of the SYF squad.
What is it with SYF and just getting rounds like that just to materialize in front of them? Well, I think I have a theory as to what SYF stands for. It stands for stealing of firearms. That's exactly what they've been doing. They've just been buying pistols, eliminating their opposition, and just stealing whatever they can come across. It's like, yeah, thank you very much. And big money made onto the members of Ground Zero. And Burn does get a trade. He's actually gotten a second. So if Burn gets unchecked, this could be really rough. But Herbs will finally eliminate him. We're shrunk into a 1-versus-1 again. Telio and Void are wanting to square up.
Odds favor Telio, and he does wrap around, finds the kill. I was going to say they favored him because Void had no armor, but it didn't even matter. He got him in the back, in the side of the head. It's hard to kill someone when they're behind you.
Yeah, it kind of can't really turn unless you have the reaction time of a thing that has really quick reaction time. And now
we just need one of those like rear view mirror buttons on in racing games where you can just like turn around and like look through the rear view mirror. Instead of that, you just like randomly fire a bullet directly behind you.
I believe there's a 180 turn bind if I remember, but I don't know if that's actually bindable on keyboard. I'll have to double check that. We've had a quick
it's probably
trade.
Protected by like SVP or something along those lines as well.
Perhaps, I'm not sure. I remember it was on the goodness forbid. Remember the Xbox version? Anybody Anybody remember when it was on arcade and it was active for like a week, if that? Oh, it feels so long ago. Goodness, was it 2013 when that came out?
We get it. You're old.
Oh man. Back in my day.
Back in my day, we had this game on Xbox.
Yeah, I could. When we wanted to play games, we had to go uphill both ways, and we had to have 20 cents in the pocket. And speaking of pocket picking, that's a couple to Telio, and Ground Zero's attack is severely stunted, and they may not have enough coin to throw at the opposition. Well, definitely won't now. Telio's claimed himself a third. Is well on track to get a fourth too. And Boyd took out his legs.
He was a wee bit thirsty there. Leaves Void now from the 1v4 into the 1v3. And Eagle gets the op shot. It didn't hit me with like a... Back in my day, we played Counter-Strike. We used paintball guns and played outside because we didn't have computers yet.
No, we played that Counter-Strike for Kids mod because I was too young for the actual game.
Good times.
Oh man, we could be.
You know what? You know what's not a good time? Being Ground Zero right now. Couple Ds, Glock, couple PT50s. It's 12-11 SYF. Don't tell me SYF's gonna pull this off with all the collections that they've had. Eagle finds the first shot on to Burn. Are you okay? The remaining players try and filter on to this A-bomb site. Can they find anybody? Can they find a singular player? RBC swings out, finds Void, looking for more. That's his challenge, and he is gonna find Panic, and he's dropped the bomb. Eno's got the last one. SYF are on 13. 13-11, they lead.
And it was looking like a little bit of a main streak from them on the side of SYF. Might be starting to appear, and Ground Zero's days are numbered in terms of rounds on the server. And they're definitely not out of it, though. That cannot be overstated with the current standing. It's been extremely tight. Now, I would be extremely surprised if this doesn't end in a contest which is just as tight. And Zeph Corridorwes almost got torched, but does get the frag of a Dr. Dizzle. So that is extremely
miscommunication there. SYF just double smoked Pop Dog.
Yeah.
Use one.
You don't want that that utility to go to waste on a double smoke, because especially moving towards the later stages, that utility you use has a lot more value than some people might realize. And Ground Zero tearing apart SYF, and now they are in a 1 versus 5 with Portillo, and Panic will say no more advancement, and you'll be sent back to an age where you played a game on a black and white film and you had to wait 30 minutes for the machine to spit up. And the gap is now 1 between SYF and Ground Zero.
I'm glad I'm young enough I never had to worry about that, and you're old enough that you remember. You can tell me all these fascinating stories from your childhood.
Let me tell you about ventriloquist dummies. I don't know where I'm going with this, honestly. This is just turning into a running bit.
I don't know about ventriloquist dummies, but I know a little bit about dummies. Casting was one of them. I'm kidding, I love you.
You love it.
I just had the window there.
Yeah,
Speaking of windows, the window for opportunity for Ground Zero is closing, but Void has a nice shot there onto Badonka Dizzle. Brings this down, tapping away at Ivy. Get this kill, please! Oh, thank God, Void. That could have been horrid, but he's brought it back to a 3-on-3. Does he overlook the player in Old Hell, though? Indeed he does. RBZ's got that one. Quickly traded back out by Panic. It's a 2-on-2. All of a sudden, this is becoming so up in the air again, and Panic's got the kill. It is just Eno. He is with an AWP and a 1-on-2. That's what makes this tough. The advantage for him? Bomb is coming through Ivy. He can get there. He can cause some problems with it.
Especially if both of these Ground Zero players position themselves poorly. He could be really efficient and claim 2 with 1 bullet from the AWP. But they have not been able to engage. So Burn will put the bomb down and retreat to a safe position. They'll force Eno's hand. 1 versus 2. Panic is extremely tagged. It really should be noted, but he doesn't know where Panic is. So we are deadlocked once again at 13. Burn and Panic survive. And now SYF's on the back foot, and this is not the position you want to be in for being a counter-terrorist.
Big plays for Ground Zero from Burn, Are You Okay, and Panic. 26-17, 24-16, respectively. Top 2 fraggers in the server. They're having themselves a great day. And Burn, Are You Okay He's been quite a good player for quite a while. He's always been one that I always find tends to pop off whenever I cast him. Might just be lucky. But now, this is a weird clump up in the sandwich right now. Sem could be in a little bit of trouble, but Zeph's got a pair of kills. Are they going to be able to find these kills? Yeah, with ease. Quick and easy, clean round. 14 rounds for ground 0. 2 away from knocking off SYF here and making SYF 0-2 on the evening.
It's not how you want to start it back-to-back. This is, as we mentioned, match day number 3 for season number 32. And they had a match earlier this evening against Mad Like Wizards on Nuke, and they lost that one 16-9. And this is a little bit tighter contested compared to that opening set, but still SYF having to battle a little bit uphill now. And that trade, that's going to favor Zeb only just though. He survives on 5 HP, but still, even wanting to catch Void mid-throw. Ito dropped the ball there, but the Docker Dizzle is there to clean him up, but not that much longer. It'll be up to Herbs and Telio to keep the ship steady and prevent match point from being an eventuality, but Zeph will eliminate Herbs, and now Telio is crossed out a couple of times. He's in Zen at the moment. And
what can the Clutch King with 10 ping do? Bomb is going to be planted. He's so close. I don't think he's going to be able to deny it, but he should get that kill. Indeed he does. Brings it down to a 1v1. Zeph versus Telio. But the big advantage for Zeph is he knows where Telio is. He has a pretty good idea. Telio has no clue in the slightest. He's going to slide over here. Has no kid either. This is not going to work terribly well at all. Telio's going to come back around. Going to have to tap it. Try and hope that that forces him out and get a very quick shot. He's actually sticking it, but under the train, Zeph gets the kill. Ground 0 on 15.
And that's put the SYF CT side in really dire straits. They're going to have to go to the bargain bin and see what's on special and just make do with whatever they can get. We have a couple of Clarions or Famasses and a couple of Deagles and the Scout and a good chunk of Util, but Ground 0 are loaded for bear and they could roll over the War Machine should they want.
RBZ does have a kill on the board, but Eno's quickly traded out, keeps it 4 on 4. Telio's going to get the kill on the burn. Are you okay? And don't tell me another inclement buy from SYF's going to get the job done. Ground 0 have struggled against the weaker buys. They've done well in the full gun rounds. But RBZ gets the turn onto Zeph. Now it is just Void 1v4. Inclement buys. How do these work out?
They work out because of the power of good aim, good economic management, and perhaps a little bit of just deep knowledge of the teams, the players, and how they act on certain maps.
The million-dollar question here is Void even going to be able to hang on to this? Look how far up Herbs is.
That is true. I highly doubt that Void will even be able to get the top. Will even be able to hang on to it. Nope. Herbs will give him his last right at 3k for him.
Ripper.
Let's check his stat line. 21-21, holding a solid uno KD.
Can I break some Counter-Strike news that's been broken on HLTV, but I'm just going to point it out for the sake of doing it?
Oh boy.
Fnatic announced today that they are bringing back Golden and Flusha.
Ooh. Did not expect Golden.
Not a fan. Not a fan, not gonna lie. Not on board with that.
We'll wait and see how all that pans out, but that is in the future. We will just keep an eye on this match with Ground 0 on match point and SYF trying to force OT, and knowing how tight this has been, this would honestly go either way. I could pick up my coin from IM Sydney and flip it right now and say, call it in the air. And even trade still at the end of that spiel. 2 have gone down on each side, but the bomb is now down for ground zero. That's put SYF on the clock.
Forward positioning right now. If Zeph goes through the smoke, that could be huge. He's going to try and go over it around the corner. Finds a kill on the Badonkadizzle. Does he expect another one in Con, though? He might be caught with his pants down. Spray from above. It is going to be Herbs walking out, getting the kill. And now it's just a 1-on-2. Herbs has a very lit player. That's Void close by, but he has no idea where he is, and he doesn't know where Burner Uoke is either. Herbs is so cautious about what's behind him, but instead, the time is gone. He's going to find one, but there's no way for him to do this. The round is over. Ground Zero wins 16-14.
That is what time will do. Boom! We'll finish with that. It took all the rounds in regulation, but we have our winner. Ground Zero will be victorious in their MDL fixture against SYF 16-14, and that will bring SYF to 0-2 so far. And I'll actually quickly update the stats for myself. While
you are updating the stats, I'll just give a quick update on who we are if people are still confused by that. My name is Graham Morrison, aka Grahamcast. It's currently 5 a.m. in my hometown here, Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. And I am joined by Justin Lute, aka I Am Cyberwaste, an actual Australian. And we're here for CappingTV, continually bringing you premier Australian action. This was ESEA MDL. We did some DreamHack qualifier earlier today. Those were a couple bangers of games. So I do recommend, if you're enjoying the Counter-Strike, drop a follow on CappingTV and follow both of us on Twitter. You'll get notified when we are streaming, what games are up. And now, hopefully, in that time, Mr. Lutz has stats. We have somehow been live for the last 7 hours doing Counter-Strike. That's brilliant.
And because the games have been so good, it's actually flown by, and it has been wonderful as always. And Mr. Graham Morrison, it has been a pleasure. That will bring, by the end of that, that's brought Ground Zero to 2-0 on their run. And that consequently has brought SYF to 0-2 off of their back-to-back this evening. And that will conclude match day number 3 for the CSGO Mountain Dew League for season number 32 here at the giant island of Australia. We shall bid you adieu, or I shall at least. And my name has been Justin, aka Cyberwaste. My co-caster has been Graham Morrison. Our producer's been Mitch. We've been representing CappingTV. Good night and happy fragging, everybody.
Drive safe.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you wanted, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move. 3, 2, bringing summer to you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know, like I know, we'll take it round.
Are you searching for a better Counter-Strike experience all in one place? Compete for over $1 million in PUG and League prizes, all on one platform. Track and share your performance with our advanced stats pages. Frag out and rank up on the industry-leading anti-cheat. Sign up for ESEA today.
This is game fuel. It's domination in a can. Oh, tastes like loser tears.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know, like I know, we'll take it round and round again.
Turn my heart into something gold. Knew I sold my soul to the devil long ago. I wrote it all along on your way right before